Winter has arrived in Piemonte. The fire is lit, the dog is content, and the house is the coziest it's ever been. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of our Italian Dream House. Welcome to Piemonte, home of world-famous wines, truffles the size of your fist, stunning landscapes, and now us. During the pandemic, we decided to sell our apartment in Stockholm and move to Italy in search of our dream house. Just a short drive from the Ligurian coast and the buzzing city life of Milan, Langer in Piemonte was the perfect place for us to start our Italian adventure. In December 2021, we got the keys to our abandoned farmhouse, and for the past 18 months we've been renovating. Follow our journey and progress as we restore this 100-year-old rustico into our Italian dream house.
Again?
Yeah. Hi, and welcome to our Italian dream house.
Welcome back. We've been away working for about 6 weeks and we just got back to the house. And let's just say that when we left, it was pretty much summer here. And now, not so much. So we are kitted with our winter gear, which we were hoping that we wouldn't have to use again. But the house is still standing. We're gonna start plastering the walls in the stable. So let's crack on.
Hi guys, this is the perfect moment in the video to take the opportunity to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much and enjoy the rest of the video.
Back before the cold arrived, we took an important step forward on the main stable bathroom renovation. But don't worry, we dug out the footage and here it is now. Day 4622 of the stable conversion. What's happening in the bathroom?
This is securing tubes before we pour a concrete slab in here. So to stop them all floating up in the concrete and getting out of place, and everything is set up with the perfect gradient on them so that all the water and waste runs away. So we need to secure them in place because we're going to be coming in here with wheelbarrows full of concrete and it could end up being an absolute mess that, later on you go to flush the loo and the poo comes back to say hello. Yeah, this is an important part. It's a little bit tedious, but we just got to get on with it. We use sand and cement mix just to hold all the tubes down in place. We let that dry and then we crack on with the concrete slab. So this is not just for the water tubes and waste tubes, also for the electrical conduit. So here we are, day 2 of the concrete pour in the stable bathroom. This morning we are bringing in the gravel to level everything out. That means that we only have to pour a concrete slab of sort of 2 to 3 centimeters thick. So we bring in the gravel, spread it out, flatten it, and then on top of that we're going to put rebar, and then we're going to pour our concrete. So we're more or less ready to put our rebar in now before we start pouring the concrete. We've got the gravel in. It's more or less level. I've compacted it. Yeah, so we're leaving this section open at the back because this is going to be actually a higher
walk-in shower.
So we will do that in a second.
The thing we said we will never do again because it was so much work.
Yeah, but this time we will do it differently, and we will still do it with a shower tray. So we will just build a slightly higher concrete section in there, and that will be once the plumber has been to fix the shower drainage and everything. So that gives us a chance for him to schedule himself properly and come and do that. So we can just get on with this and then do that in a second movement.
There's lunch in 10 minutes.
Great, thank you.
And this sottofondo is almost finished.
Yeah, I think another 20 minutes after lunch.
Cool. So this method of building step looks quite homemade, but we actually learned this from Ollie, didn't we?
What do you mean homemade? It is homemade.
So this is how Taurus did it.
Yeah, they maybe didn't bodge it quite as much as I'm bodging it, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
Do you wanna give a brief, like this, I can't speak anymore, I'm too tired, explanation of why we're putting a step here?
Yeah, because the levels are different. That's the short answer. The builders had the idea to do a ramp, but we changed our minds about that because it will just cause all sorts of issues. There'll be an edge to the ramp. It's just much cleaner and much easier to do a clear step to define the two different areas. Just prepared some rebar to put inside the step because it's quite a big, what will be a big block of concrete, so I think it's good that it's reinforced and it's going to be getting a lot of traffic on it. So just going to sink this down. It's going to be a very random little section in the video, guys, but I couldn't resist showing you that our view from the balcony is very clear today and you can see all the way to the Alps. So let me spin the camera and I'll show you. So I'm up here on our terrace and you can see the Alps all the way around in the background. It hasn't been this clear for a long time. This one, oh, sorry, here, this is Monviso. This is one of the tallest ones in the Alp range here. And yeah, if you're on top of a hill like we are, higher than some of the other hills, on a day like today, you get the privilege of being able to see the Alps in the distance. Fantastic. Okay, and now back to the regular programming of plastering, I do believe. So back to that. The fourth and final wall has been plastered. Takes about an hour and a half for each wall actually, and then I have to let it dry for a couple of hours before I can come back and sponge it. which I think the technical term is called floating, but I'm using a pretty rough sponge to make sure we get this rustic look. And overall, I would say we're super happy with it. There's a tiny little bit strip over here which is left to do, which I'm going to get on with now, and I'm hoping that takes about 20 minutes to half an hour. Emily's mixed up the Intonico for me and we're good to go. And once that's done, tick off internal Intonico, internal plastering in English.
We have 4,000 square meters of land, but 3,950 of those are covered in trees and, what do you call it? Weeds?
Bushes, weeds.
Bamboo.
Yeah.
All kind of crap that our neighbors are quite worried. They have kind of expressed concern over the state of our land. But we've been putting it off because we haven't had the time because of the house. But now the mosquitoes are dead, hopefully the flies too. We have heard rumors that there are boars down on the land, so we might meet one of those, but otherwise it should be clear for us to go in there and start chopping things down. Should we go have a look?
Plan is to clear this section on the hill below the main garden so that we can connect it to that garden. But to do that, we've got to do a bit of preparation. So we've got to open up this old fence, remove that, and we've got to cut a path in.
Because we literally can't get through.
So overgrown. Even now, in the middle of winter, not everything has died back, creating a path. So we're going to have to do that ourselves. So we've got a chainsaw, we've got axes, we've got branch clippers, and it's going to be a bit of manual labor. Yay!
We cleared all of this space. It's been like half an hour, 45 minutes of really hard work. I'm actually super sweaty, even though it's like 2 degrees. So this whole kind of garden is full of this, what do you call it? Like, it's not an infestation, or is it like, yeah. So these plants, they kind of create a vine. It's like a rope. So like you cut something off and then you have to pull it out and cut about 200 like strings. It's like everything is in a nest. So it's taking a lot longer, but it's good. I'm gonna have a lot of pasta tonight, so this is a good workout. Beautiful.
Do you like how I look?
Yeah, I find you incredibly sexy.
Thanks. So we're clearing these old hazelnut trees down. They're pretty infested and rotten. They've had ivy growing on them for years and basically suffocated them and killed them. So they're dead. So we're going to cut them down and clear them out the way, and we can actually use them for heating the house. We can put them in the wood burning stove. So that's a win-win. And we're going to use the chainsaw, the appropriate safety gear. Let's do it.
Timber.
Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, please leave us a comment below letting us know what your favorite thing about today's episode was. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you in the next one.